Good day, everybody. It is currently the 22nd of October 2012, and I really do hope most of you got out there to enjoy the sunny and absolutely beautiful weekend across much of Eastern Asia here, but going through this week, it does look like things are going to be going downhill. First and foremost, we have this area currently being called a low pressure area by the Philippines. JTWC calling it a low risk of development, and more importantly, the Japan Meteorological Agency now calling this a tropical depression just around Palau, currently spinning up. But also we're going to watch a tropical area just towards the southeast of Vietnam, possibly moving up towards Thailand. Could bring some very heavy rains there. And near the end of the update, we're going to talk about this low pressure area that is currently rushing across the northeastern China over towards the Korean Peninsula, and then eventually by about Tuesday and the Wednesday, expecting some heavy rain showers across much of Japan. But now let's zoom in on the area near Palau. And I think one of the important things about this one is that it does have a fairly defined center of circulation around it at this time. You see the low pressure area right in here, but very good equatorial inflow coming around it. Some drier inflow from the north, but overall it does have a very clear circulation here, and thus the Japan Meteorological Agency currently calling this a tropical depression, as indicated on their weather map here at 1008 HPA, moving off towards the west-northwest. Now this is just on the map, actually at the tropical cyclone information page. If you're looking for it there, it doesn't look like they're posting on it or forecasting it on there just yet, but they are still having it here on the weather maps, thus indicating they do expect it to continue to intensify. But also we have this high pressure off towards the north, currently over Japan, thus the sunny skies across much of eastern China over towards Japan this weekend. Well, really, this area is going to continue to linger and keep that strong ridge just towards the north, and that is why at this time this does look like the track that this tropical system, possibly a tropical storm by the time it reaches over towards the Philippines, possible, not very likely at this time, but very possible, could bring some exceptionally heavy rain showers by Wednesday, maybe even Tuesday, as it tracks along the southern periphery of that high pressure ridge off there towards the north. This is the GFS model outlook for the next 72 hours rainfall accumulation. You can see here along the eastern seaboards of Visayas down towards Mindanao, upwards of 150 to 200 millimeters of rain. But I do think that some isolated areas, if the storm does remain on this particular track, could be seeing upwards of about maybe 300 to 400 millimeters due to that continuous moisture inflow. It's a very weak storm, very far south, and that's why it kind of is raising some red flags with me. If you remember, actually, Washi in last December, that pushed this far south, right around Mindanao, and it caused widespread devastations and just numerous deaths. So, I'm not saying that this one could bring that. I'm just saying that it is one of those examples of how weak systems really could bring all this heavy rainfall. So, definitely, we are going to continue to watch this into the coming days as it continues to push off there towards the west. But meanwhile, we have a low pressure area kind of spinning up here just towards the southeast of Vietnam, and that very well could push off towards Thailand. Even around Bangkok, you could be seeing some very heavy rainfall, and that's where I'm going to bring us to our next model outlook, showing the entire western Pacific basin here. But we do have our low pressure area just towards the east of the Philippines, but also look at that big burst of convection over just south of Vietnam. You see here as we go into Tuesday and then in the Wednesday, it pushes across Thailand and then eventually out towards the Bay of Bengal, bringing all that heavy precipitation with it. But possibly it could develop up into a system there. But more importantly on this map, and I know you're all looking at it, is look at that area just forming up after our tropical depression pushes across the Philippines on Tuesday through Wednesday, bringing all the heavy rain showers with it. So even if it does not develop into a tropical storm, more importantly, it is definitely going to be bringing this exceptionally heavy amount of rain. So flooding is going to be very high at risk. Landslides, urban flooding, particularly in the cities with the poor drainage. But then let's look out to the end of the week into next week, and still very long range. So I want to highly stress that. But once it gets into the warm waters of the South China Sea there, it pushes off towards Vietnam. Even portions of southern China could see this storm system push off into your direction. So definitely anybody from this area over towards here, I really would highly stress to continue to watch this through the coming days. Still very long range though, so we're definitely going to continue to keep an eye on it, and very well could just kind of fizzle out and not develop up at all. But on the flip side, it could still develop into a rather potent system as being indicated here by the GFS model outlook. And one other thing I do want to show here is that if we look a little bit farther towards the north across Korea, we have that developing low pressure area that is part of the westerlies. But you can see here on Tuesday, then into about Tuesday evening and the Wednesday, it pushes across much of Japan. definitely want to have your umbrellas on tap here, as winds might start even picking up, but very heavy rain showers across the Kanto area, including Tokyo, all the way down towards around Okinawa. I do think that thunderstorm activity cannot be completely ruled out here. But on another note, take a look at this. The 540 line, the line I typically like to use for determining if there's going to be snowfall or not. Look how far it dives down here towards the south as that storm system pushes across. So some snow showers possible once again across portions of Hokkaido. We saw it on Friday, so it could happen again. So we're definitely going to continue to watch that here. But switching gears just for a half a second, if you have not already RSVP'd for the Western Pacific Weather Meet and Greet on November 10th, please do so. This is where it's likely going to be held. Not 100% on that just yet, but very likely at the Best Western in Makati, just around that area. So do check that out on RSVP at the webpage. I'll be putting the link into the description down below on the Facebook page, so you can just let us know you want to come. If you have any suggestions or comments on it, on what you would like to do there or what you would like to see, please just let us know. We will definitely try our best to make everybody happy here. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them in the comment box below. And as always, stay safe out there. Have a great day.